So, on my quest to make the Defender more secure, I've been trying to get prices on like van security locks. Someone suggested something different to me, so I bought some. Garage door locks, 20 quid. A damn sight cheaper than a proper locksmith would have been. Quite hench, nice and large. The key's a bit big, we might have to just chop the extension off, but long 10mm pins. So what I'm going to do, I think, I'm going to try these, because for 20 quid, you know, at the end of the day, a thief can bend the door frame top, the window surround out the way anyway, so it's not going to technically stop anyone, but for 20 quid it will hold the door shut at least, because at the moment I've got no locks at all. So I'm thinking they can go up behind the buck. They come with security bolts, so just dome headed. Put a hole through the buck and the door, put the tubes fit in, and then that's only the same as what a van security lock would be, but a damn sight cheaper, so I'm going to fit those. Right, so first things first, decide where we want it. So there, I've drilled a couple of holes, so now I've got to put this on the inside and work out where the hole is going in there. Bit gappy that one, but she's in there. Warm. She is warm. Let's put one across the bottom. Oh, hang on, this has got a bush inside it. Might have. Let's take that off there, shall we?
You're going to paint it now, are you?
Yeah.
Quick drying?
Yeah. You ready?
Ready? I think it's a bit warm.
You think? Go off with it.
Yeah, I've done that before. And it kind of goes on a matte finish, but it doesn't really seem to last very long.
Doesn't seem to touch it either.
No, it's way too hot, I reckon. It's evaporating as soon as it hits it. Just too much of an eager beaver.
Whew.
Tight?
Yeah. But in. These. And there it is fitted. The bushes are a little bit worn, but we can put some bigger bolts in there probably, or try and find some kind of bush. But all I've got to do now is make a latch for the door because it didn't come with the slider. So, but that's another job on this. Right, me again. You can see it's bloody freezing today. Anyway, next purchase and next job is X-Defend Pedal Lock for the Defender. Been waiting for these for about 2 months to come back in stock. Hefty bit of steel, big old hinges. You can see that. There you go. So you get that. A bag of bits. I think that's it. The instructions don't come with it. You have to download them. But that's easy enough, quick Google and it's there. So just got to follow the instructions really, so we'll get on with it. Hopefully it should be fairly simple. But I'm not sure how well you're going to see this, because A, it's dark, and B, my arse will probably be in the way. But we'll start at step 1 and see how we get on. So, what does it say? Remove carpet and floor mats from the driver's side footwell. Okay. Step 1. Undo the screw on the block barrel to separate the small metal part. Insert this into the square hole in the lock cam and align as shown. Okay. Right, so undo the screw on the lock barrel to separate the small metal part. Insert this into the square hole in the back cam and align as shown. So, one lock with keys. Undo the screw. Insert the lock barrel into the hole in the lock plate. There is a tab on one side of the rear of the barrel. This must sit away from the hinge as shown. Okay, so. There you go. Got that going on. Sorry if I keep making old man noises, it's because I am old and it's cold. Hopefully that's right. I'm sure we'll find out in a minute when it doesn't work. So, next page is Insert 3 of the M8 screws through the holes in the plate with a washer under the heads. Assemble the claw, pawl, P-A-W-L, and springs are shown. Also place 3 washers over the 3rd screw. Right. So there's the, what's this bit? The pawl, is it? The claw? I don't know. Got a little checklist as well. Picked and packed and make sure we've got all the right bits, apparently. M8 screws. So. Assemble the claw, pawl and spring as shown. As shown. There you go, right. Place spring retainer plate over the 3rd screw, followed by 3 more washers. Crikey. Okay, so the spring retaining plate in the picture is different to this one. So I don't actually know how this works. There's no other part in here. Oh, it's there it is. Just underneath. Found it. Right. So the spring thing goes there. 3 more washers. 1, 2, 3. That keeps the spring in place, does it? How does it keep the spring in place? Because I'm not quite sure how it keeps the spring in place. Ah, I see. Right. So that will just keep the spring situated there, and it hits against this back side. So that's how that goes. Right. So that goes in there like that. Put the spring behind like that. There we go. It does say lubricate the lock parts, then place this lock cover over the 3 screws. So we'll just quickly whip this off. Okay, so now we've tightened them, we've got to loosen them again a little bit to allow this to turn freely. Brilliant. Slacken them by 1/4 of a turn apparently. There we go. Right, so now it's turning free. Okay, so that's that. Right. Ensure that lock, claw and pawl are free to move. The nuts want to be tight enough not to rattle, but loose enough to allow free movement. Well, okay. They can still rotate, so maybe we need to lift them up slightly. Right, so I had to have a little pause there, because what you've got to check, which I didn't really take much notice of, is that the key is in the right way around. Because if it's not, you can't remove the key. So now, that's locked. That's it. Right, so we're working. And I'll take the key out. So there we go. Right, on to the next bit. Ensure that the lock and claw are free to move. The nuts want to be tight, but not enough to allow free movement. Place the assembly in the vehicle and line up so that the claw is centered on the brake pedal. It may help if you temporarily tape the bottom hinge flat to the floor. You can then adjust the position to engage with the pedal. The side of the claw will rub slightly on the plastic sleeve over the pedal return spring as the lock ratchet closes. Okay, so I'll try not to show my arse. Right. So. My first problem. Where I've wired my brake switch in, it don't fit. Damn. So it turns out I was looking at the old instructions. They've since been revised, so this piece isn't on the first ones. So I've got to take it apart again to get this on. Apparently there was a slight flaw where you were able to get to the lock with tools and prise it open, I think, from what I can make out. So they've added this bit in to try and alleviate that. So this has to go over the lock there, behind the barrel, apparently. A bit like so. X-Eng, can you do spacers, not washers? It's bloody ridiculous. Well, after a very frustrating time trying to get the lock to work, what a palaver. If you over tighten them, it just won't move. Even if you grease them up, put washers in, tighten it, won't move. So they literally have to be loose. It says 5 Newton meters, which I know is not a lot, but they can just rotate. They've got lock nuts, nylon locks on, so they shouldn't undo, but it's just got to be really loose. It just doesn't feel very good, but it is what it is. I've just done a couple of little pilot holes in the footwell just to make sure it lines up. So, and there you go, locked. There is a bit of a gap. I suppose you could probably get your hand in, but you can't really do a great deal when you're in there. So, again, it's just, you know, if they want to take it, they're going to take it. It's just a little bit of extra protection. And then it just comes down, folds flat against the floor, and then you get supplied with this clip that you put on the seat box, and then that just goes down and holds that there so it doesn't move. I know you can't see that because it's there, but you know what I mean. So yeah, so now it's just a matter of drilling the holes the right size, bolting it all down properly, and then I've got to remount my brake switch, because when I built this I made a little bracket for the brake switch because I've upgraded to a 300 pedal box. So I just put this bracket on there, put the switch in it, jobs are good, but obviously that won't fit now, so I've got to think of something else. I think if I slim all this down and bolt it back up there, it should still go between, but I'll get to that. For now it's just a matter of getting this drilled through, bolted in and done, so I'll get on with that. Got to be so careful on the ones nearest the tunnel because that's where the lines run underneath. Just doing a mill up at a time, just to make it a bit easier. So I've got to finish bolting that down. Got these snap-off nuts as well. I don't know if you can see that. So as you tighten them up underneath, they will shear and just leave the round bit and take off the hex part. So we'll do that now as well. And there you go. So that's what they start like, and that's how they end. So they shear So you can see that a bit better. See that? So, and then it just leaves that dome portion under the bolt. So the last job is to put that on there to hold that against there when you're driving. So I'll do that now. We've just got to go really careful because the fuel tank's behind here. So and we've got quite a bit of room there, we're all right. There we go. That keeps it solid. So that's that job done. We just got to carpet it now, and so it's not so harsh. The only thing holding me back with the pedal lock was the brake light switch. As I said before, I had to mount it on a little bracket down here. I thought it's because I've gone from early 90 brake servo to 300, but a 300 has the pedal switch actually in the unit. Mine hasn't got it. It hasn't got the hole, hasn't got anything. So having a little look, it looks like I was sold a TDCI one, a very late one, as opposed to an early 300 that I ordered. So there's no hole for it, hence why I couldn't work out where the switch went. So the switch the bracket I'd made for the switch, put the switch down here, and the pedal lock wouldn't shut. So I've just modified that little bracket, moved it up. All right, I have got to sort the wires out, but it is just for now. So now the pedal locks and the brake switch is clear. So that's a jobbed until I sort these wires out. Unfortunately, someone's cut this dash out with I don't know what they've used, but obviously not a saw. So yeah, so I'll probably have to get either chuck a speaker in there as obviously what it was designed for, or I don't know yet. But yeah, I just need to make a little hole through here for the wires to go through nicely, and then that's that jobbed. Well, that was mightily frustrating, but it's there in the end. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you very soon in the next ones. We've got more Metro stuff coming with the new turbo engine. The Cummins build, we've still got more to do on that, obviously. Quite a lot more to do on that. And we've got a few Gal chassis conversions coming up soon. So if you like Land Rovers, Rovers, crap cars, all that stuff, give us a like, a subscribe and a share. Cheers, ta-ra.